Hello, my witchlets. Tonight I am making dinner because I'm hungry. It's been a long day. And we are going to make a recipe that I found on the Wholesome Yum that, well, I mean, that's like one of my main go-to websites anyway. But this one is kind of like a version of zucchini lasagna, only instead of making it as lasagna, it's done as roll-ups. So you coat your individual zucchini piece with your cheese and such, and then roll it up and stick it in your pan. But I want you to know that we roasted the zucchini on Friday because it was intended to be Friday night's meal, and I was not up for the time it was going to take from roasting to finish to make dinner. I just did not have the spoons, the spell slots, whatever you want to say for that. And so this ended up being what happened when you leave roasted zucchini to its own devices for a couple days. So I'm not sure how much of this is actually going to be usable, but we're going to do our best, because that's all we can really ask in 2020 is that we just do our best. We're doing our best. We're trying our best. We're trying to get through all this. Yeah, as I said in a previous video, we're heading into lockdown number 2. Wear your damn masks. All right, so because I already roasted the zucchini, I'm going to skip over that part. We're going to go to the cheese filling. Yes?
6 zucchini, salt and pepper, hours, time, what? Tell them how to do it.
It's in the recipe. I'm going to link in the description. But we used 6 zucchini and brushed olive oil on both sides of the zucchini. I had cameraman Ken's, like, what's the word? Mandolin. Julian? I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever. He sliced all the zucchini. That was his job.
I have mandolin skills.
He has mandolin skills. I have mandolin skills that will result in
Scars.
Fewer digits. So I have a glove to use the mandolin. So, I mean, let's be real here. This is me. But anyway, so we use 6 medium-ish zucchini, slice them thinly. They should be about a 1/4 inch thick. I think ours are a little thinner. Then you use olive oil or whatever kind of oil you want to coat both sides of them, salt, pepper, stick them in a 400-degree oven on a parchment paper for 15 to 20 minutes until they're mostly soft and dry. Then you take them out and you should use them right away, not like what we did, and put them into a large bowl with a lid and leave it sitting on our table for a day and a half. Because we had Thanksgiving in the refrigerator. So
True words.
So that's where we are at the moment. So we're gonna just kind of pick this up in the middle here. I need to preheat my oven because I haven't done that yet. It should be at 400 degrees, which is why doing this the same night that you roast your zucchini is ideal because your oven's already hot and up to temp and all of that fun stuff. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take 12 ounces. Now I'm making a double batch here. Okay, so the original recipe is for 4 servings. I'm making 8 servings because this is really, really good. And we haven't eaten today. So,
Like at all.
like I had some peanut butter and some cheese sticks, and that has been my sustenance today. So this is dinner. This is our meal. So we're starting with 12 ounces of whole milk ricotta cheese. And to this, we are going to add in 2 cups of shredded mozzarella. I should really just buy stock in mozzarella. I use it all the time. 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. And then we're going to crack in 2 eggs. No, really, we are. There we go. 1, and 2. And we're going to add in a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Now, I also want to say that I am making some changes to this recipe because I did make it before. It was delicious before, but I really like Alfredo sauce. So I'm doing this with Alfredo sauce rather than red sauce. So it's going to have a slightly different profile than what the actual recipe calls for. So if you're cooking with me, first of all, why? But second of all, it's going to be different than the recipe that you may or may not be looking at on your screen, depending on, you know, what you're doing. So you want to mix the ricotta with all of the other ingredients and make sure that it's well incorporated. A neat fact about diets and food and me in general, years ago, like what, 10 years ago now, 11, 12 years ago, when I was first diagnosed as at least gluten intolerant, I decided that I was going to do the South Beach diet because I heard a lot of really good things about it, and I thought it would be, you know, a good jumping off point to try to heal my gut and body. By the way, it was not. However, one of the things that I really liked in that diet plan was there was a dessert that could be made by mixing a sugar substitute, like a packet of a sugar substitute, into about a half a cup of ricotta cheese. And it made for, and you could add different kinds of extracts, like, you know how they make like vanilla extract, they also make lemon, butter, rum. Why I don't have the rum one is beyond me, although I probably would just use actual rum. But you can mix in like a 1/4 teaspoon of all these different extracts and make a really nice dessert type thing, because it'll satisfy a sweet tooth and still be high in fats and proteins. So, pro tip. All right. And if you mix actual rum into it, let me know how that turns out for you, because, you know, now I'm thinking, should have gotten rum. I got rye. Maybe I should just mix rye into it. Anyway, okay. So we're gonna reframe so that you can see the process of what we're doing, because this is all mixed together. Obviously it looks, you know, really good. And all of this needs to go on all of those, and those go in here, and stuff and magic happens. So, excuse me, we'll be back in a few moments.
Stay tuned for the magic.
All right, so this is the sauce I'm using. It is a kale pesto with white cheddar sauce. So I'm going to add to this a tablespoon of avocado oil and a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Did I just screw things up? No, I didn't. Okay, I was just making sure, because, you know, it's highly likely that I have. I'm going to need to add 1 more tablespoon of liquid as well. So the original recipe calls for red sauce, olive oil, a tablespoon of olive oil, and a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. Now, I really like balsamic vinegar, and at one point in time, I had a really nice white balsamic vinegar that mixed really well with a very specific olive oil. They were designed to go together, like shana nana nana, lama lama ding dong, or something like that. I don't know. Grease was not my thing. But instead of balsamic, I'm going to use a white wine vinegar to give it a little bit of tartness. I have found with alfredo sauces that they tend to be sweet. So I'm gonna mix all of this together. Mixy, mixy. Oh, and yeah, I actually did change shirts because I have an oven preheating and the sweatshirt is very warm. Okay, so this is all mixed together. So what we're gonna do is read over everything. Okay, oh, I should probably add some salt and pepper to this too. A little salt. A little pepper. Stir it up again. Or drop my spoon into it. Either way. We're not fancy here. We don't pretend to be.
It's all entertainment.
Yeah, it's entertainment. Cameraman Ken keeps telling people I have a cooking channel. I'm like, no, I have an entertainment channel that happens to feature cooking. Let's be realistic. Okay, so then what we're going to do here is we are going to put, trying to find really fast. Okay, so we're going to just coat the bottom of this baking dish with a good bit of the sauce. The original recipe calls for 10 ounces and wants you to use 3/4 of that. I'm not going to use 3/4 of 20 ounces of sauce on the bottom of the pan, but I will use this much. It also wants you to use an 8x8 baking dish. When we made this the first time, following the specifications, we had more pan than zucchini. But now we think we might have more zucchini than pan. So it's a give and take. You just kind of have to guesstimate.
Cooking's an art, not a science.
Pretty much.
Science is useful.
I mean, it's a science too, but like I like to say, cooking is magic. Hence why we're kitchen witchery. Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and reframe stuff because I don't have a lot of room on my table. And we'll come back in just a moment and start the process. All right, so I now have more space. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take about a tablespoon worth of your ricotta mixture and you're gonna spread it onto your zucchini like this. And then you are going to take your zucchini and roll it, because these are zucchini rolls and that's how you make rolls. And then you're going to plunk it into your baking dish with the sauce on the bottom. So I'll do a few of these and then we'll come back once we have like the pan full. Because, you know, this is the thrilling content that you're here to see. So thrilling. Look at that, Mom. She's spreading cheese on zucchini. That's way too moist for this project. My oven is finally up to temperature.
That is the worst, like literally the worst used euphemism ever. Oh my gosh.
Sure, I have no idea. I don't really, I was gonna say I know what I said, but I don't, so whatever. And now you get a glimpse into a day in the life with Chrissy here at The Witchery. She is the master of unintended innuendo. Teenagers everywhere watching my channel. Not really, but you know, teenagers everywhere watching my channel are saying, oh my god, did she really? Yeah, I probably did. How did she not know? Because I'm sheltered. All right, so we'll do this last one and then we will come back because I'm gonna have to actually nitpick through my my zucchini to make sure that they are legitimately usable, since life got in the way of making food. But hey, with life getting in the way of making food, that means you get a really super cool video, right? Just agree with me.
Entertainment.
Just agree with me. All right, so go ahead and roll this one. And once we get this into here, we'll be back with the rest of them. All right, so cameraman Ken so graciously rolled all of these for me. So at this point, what you're gonna do is you're just gonna put the remainder of your sauce over top of your zucchini rolls. And I got myself a real spoon. Thank you, cameraman Ken. So you're just gonna put your sauce, like I said, the rest of your sauce onto your
It's a sauce sandwich.
It's a sauce sandwich. You know, I saw an interesting thing about teas. It was a meme about teas and your perception of what a tea is. And I just remember that chaotic evil was that Saturn was a tea. Because, you know, the ingredients don't really matter. It's boiled in water. It's a tea.
Sounds like a broth.
I mean, pho on the chaotic good side was a tea. You know what I think is a tea? Beer. It's a wheat tea. Let's be real. All right, so the sauce is over the top. Now, this recipe wants you to be fancy. Say it with me here. I'm not fancy. So the recipe wants you to put like a teaspoon of cheese on each individual zucchini roll. That's right. I'm chaotic evil, baby. Yeah. I just don't care. I'm tired. I'm in pain. We're doing this the fast way. So you're gonna take your cup of cheese and you're just gonna, if you want to put it on each individual roll, that is your prerogative. I will not hold it against you, although I will probably say that you're weird. Otherwise, you can just sprinkle it on the top like this. This is going to go into your oven, your 400-degree oven, for 10 minutes or until the cheese is melted. So we'll be back in a little bit to take it out of the oven, serve it up, show you what's going on. All right, so this is what the completed dish looks like. You can see the cheese is nice and melted, everything looks amazing, and it smells wonderful, and I can't wait to devour a lot of this because I'm hungry. So anyway, I hope you liked this video today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it entertaining, enlightening, and not fancy. So go ahead and hit that thumbs up button if you did like it. If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down button. Either way, let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, what you'd like to see in the future, etc., etc. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you're always notified of when my videos come out, which, hint, it's Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Also head over to my Patreon because I've got stuff over there just for my Patreons. $1 a month gets you access to the Discord channel and all of that stuff. $5 a month gets you access to most of the videos that I put out that are just for my patrons. And, you know, there are other levels too if you are so inclined, but like those are like the two basics. So, yeah, also check out my website, www.kwos-food.com. There's a web shop there and all of that stuff. It's fun. It's great stuff. And that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.